Today, we're going to walk through the Sales Research Agent, one of the most strategic capabilities now embedded inside Dynamics 365. Let's dive in. So what is the Sales Research Agent? It isn't Copilot, and it isn't a dashboarding tool like Power BI. It is a deep reasoning engine purpose-built for senior leaders and sales managers who need to understand performance, trends, risk, and opportunity without spending hours piecing data together. For today's demonstration, I'm using the persona of Jim, a partner and strategic account owner at a professional services firm who manages premier accounts and leads C-suite relationships to drive growth. We'll follow his workflow and show how the sales research agent equips him with intelligence he can confidently bring into leadership reviews, client meetings, and QBRs. Why does this matter? Professional services is a data-driven business. Jim needs to analyze, visualize, and act on data in real time to make smart decisions. With this capability, he can quickly uncover white space, spot revenue gaps, and identify underperformance, shifting from raw data to actionable insight. Professional services firms, like other industries, are drowning in data: CRM, ERP, marketing systems, project systems, compensation systems, and external data sources. The sales research agent brings all of this together into a single reasoning layer. This solves the three core problems we hear over and over. One, leaders don't know where to focus. Dashboards give information, not direction. Two, data analysis is slow. Analysts manually have to stitch data together. Three, signals get missed. External factors, market events, and behavioral trends rarely make it into CRM-based decision-making. Sales Research Agent changes that, turning your dataverse and connected data into strategic direction. So here's how this works. You can look at the business through two lenses: pipeline exploration and sales exploration. Things like territories, people, resourcing, the bench, and of course, the forecast. Everything is prompt driven. We give you starter prompts, but you can ask anything, even deep reasoning heavy questions across the entire data set. And just to be clear, this is not Copilot. If you only need something simple, like your top 10 opportunities, use Copilot. This is different. This is built for true exploration and operational intelligence. Where I need to ask more complex, multifaceted questions, I can enrich this with additional data sources: marketing data, demographic data, transactional ERP data, and any strategic or competitive reports the business receives. They can drop all of that in here. I can augment it with other external or internal data sets, or even connect to Azure OneLake if the organization is running a data lake. The agent simply reasons across whatever you connect. Jim enters a complex question. Compare our 2025 performance with prior years by region and service line. Now, this isn't a simple query. It demands internal data, historical context, segmentation, and benchmarks. He's not asking for a report. He's initiating a strategic analysis. With one prompt, he expects the agent to reason deeply, synthesize trends, surface white space, and pinpoint underperformance. It's a shift from routine reporting to enterprise-grade actionable intelligence. So here's what's happening behind the scenes. The research agent coordinates 4 specialized reasoning agents that read enterprise data, enrich it with external signals, detect patterns across time, regions, and service lines, and produces a complete blueprint workspace, which includes insights, charts, and recommendations. It replaces hours of manual analysis and delivers results leaders can interact with naturally. The blueprint becomes Jim's workspace, which he named the Professional Services Hub, that he can return to anytime. It's reusable and repeatable, so he can bring the same context back into future conversations and reuse the charts as needed. The system selects the best visualizations for the question he asked, like year-over-year performance, and he can drill into regions or segments to explore further. We can drill into the chart, ask questions directly against it, and explore the data across any region we have access to, Americas, Asia Pac, and beyond. And because the blueprint shows the provenance of every insight, we always know exactly how the system arrived at its conclusions, ensuring full transparency. The blueprint includes additional visualization, such as deal distribution and revenue distribution based on the question Jim asks. From there, the agent reasons over the data and translates it into clear actions. It draws conclusions and offers recommendations, shifting resources, identifying product gaps, and as you'll see shortly, correlating performance dips with external market signals pulled through Azure OpenAI. In this case, it detects a sharp decline in sales and revenue across all regions and outlines actions Jim should consider. Jim is focused specifically on the advisory business and wants to know what's changed for that segment. The agent analyzes advisory trends, incorporates relevant sales data, and layers in market signals. Jim can refresh or regenerate the analysis as he explores, and the narrative updates in real time. As he drills deeper, the system surfaces clear implications and tangible actions he can take. An example of a change is regulatory changes like BEPS Pillar 2, which drove a spike in global tax compliance work, and the change in administration in January 2025, which affected market confidence and deal timing. Now, these aren't things you'd ever see just staring at CRM data, but the agent pulls them into the narrative automatically. You'll see the charts update in real time as these signals come into play, and those insights get compounded into Jim's reusable workspace. And from there, he can keep interrogating the data, drilling deeper, asking new questions, adding visualizations, and evolving the narrative as conditions change. And just to be clear, this is Jim's personal workspace. Nothing is lost. No one else sees it unless he shares it. It's exactly what he uses to prep for leadership reviews and client-facing presentations. That's just a quick walkthrough of the sales research agent, the next generation of business intelligence in action. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.